Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtikim. We are reading from Shreemad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 6 and verse number 38. कृत्वोरौ दक्षिणें सव्यं पादपद्मं च जानुनि बाहुं प्रकोष्ठे अक्षमालामासिनं तर्कमुद्रया कृत्वोरौ दक्षिणे सव्यं पादपद्मं च जानुनि बाहुं प्रकोष्ठे अक्षमालामासिनं तर्कमुद्रया कृत्वोरौ दक्षिणे सव्यं पादपद्मं च जानुनि बाहुं प्रकोष्ठे अक्षमालाम् आसीनं तर्कमुद्रया. Word to word translation. Kritva, having place, aura, thigh, dakshine, at the right, swayam, the left, padapadmam, lotus feet, cha, and januni, on his knee, bahu, hand, prakoste, in the end of right hand, akshamalam, rudraksha beads, asanam, sitting, tarkamudraya, the mudra of ornament. The translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. His left leg was placed on his right thigh and his left hand was placed on his left thigh. In his right hand he held Rudraksha beads. The sitting posture is called Virasana. He sat in the Virasana posture and his finger was in the mode of argument. Purport. The sitting posture described herein is called Virasana according to the system of Ashtanga Yoga performances. The performance of yoga, there are 8 divisions such as Yama, Niyama, controlling. Following the rules and regulations, then practicing the sitting posture, etc. Beside Virasana, there are other sitting postures such as Padmasana and Siddhasana. Practice of these asanas without elevating oneself to the position of realizing the super soul. Vishnu is not the perfectional stage. Vishnu is not the perfectional stage of yoga. Lord Shiva is called Yogeshwara, the master of all yogis, and the Krishna is called Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara indicates that no one can surpass the yoga practice of Lord Shiva. And Yogeshwara indicates that no one can surpass the yogic perfection of Krishna. Another significant word is Tarka Mudra, which indicates the finger are opened and the second finger is raised along with the arm to impress the audience with some subject matter. This is actually symbolic representation. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुर्मितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयमताका स्वामीति नामिने. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीति नामिने. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you so much everyone, dear devotees, for joining this very auspicious early morning Shreemad Bhagavatam class, and it's a good starting of week. It's a Monday morning, so we'll read verse one once again. कृत्ववरो दक्षिणे सव्यं पादपद्मं च जानुनि बाहुं प्रकोष्ठे अक्षमालाम् आसीनं तर्कमुद्रे. So we have been seeing so many verses like in this chapter 4. Chapter name is Brahma satisfies Lord Shiva. So we know in Daksha's assembly what happened. Sati Mata, she left the body, and after that Shivji came back and he was just meditating. He was just talking. He was glorifying in front of Naradji, like previous verse is saying. Naradji is also there. So in that assembly, see, because of envious nature, Daksha did all these things. We have seen right earlier, and Shivji is Vaishnavana Yathashambho. He is the greatest Vaishnava. So it happened, bad thing, like it was sad thing for him. His wife just left the body. But he came back and he was like so much chaos, right? It happened that time. But he came back and he started glorifying. So here we have to understand that whatever happens in our life, we should not think meditate on that only. We should meditate on Krishna. We should meditate on Lord. So that is the lesson for that. And especially in this verse, they are talking about posture. Like when, see, in the assembly, all demigods were invited and they were there, they were present there. So they felt very sorry what happened, and we were the part of this bad things happened. So they just came with Brahma to satisfy Lord Shiva. This Brahmaji came with all these demigods to satisfy satisfy Lord Shiva. So on the way, they were mentioning, they were describing about Kailash also. In previous verses we have seen that, right? So now in this verse, especially they are talking about the posture. So they saw Shivji sitting in Virasana position, and Srila Prabhupada mentioned in this purport, very nicely he explained, right? And he is emphasizing on special word like Yogeshwar. So we'll go in detail, like step by step, we'll go in details in that. So they said like his left leg was on right thigh and his hand was on right thigh. So and he is in Tarka Mudra and all that, and Padmasan, right? They are talking about Padmasan, Siddhasan. So Padmasan means it's good for our posture. When always they say you sit tight, right? You say straight, so that so what is the significance of Padmasan? Padmasan means when we are sitting in Padmasana position, our spinal cord, from our brain to our spinal cord, there are 26 vertebrae, right? And from brain is sending the message to different parts of our body through that vertebrae. If we are not sitting properly, there is an obstacle, there is a distraction, then neurons cannot pass, that cannot send the proper message, and we cannot connect to Krishna. Here they are talking about yoga, Ashtanga yoga, right? Yama, Niyama, Pratyahar, Dharna, Dhyan, Samadhi, last is Samadhi. So we have to think about that. Means Ashtanga yoga, okay, we are connecting with something. Yoga means it comes from Yuja Dhatu in Sanskrit. Yoga means to connect, to join. If and where to join? If we are doing yoga, it should, our mind should connect to somewhere, right? And the Krishna is the best thing to connect, right? We have to connect to the Lord. So that is the real yoga, that is a real meditation. So we should understand that. And I just remember when I was in the school, every Sunday there was Arya Samaj near my place, and then we used to go for yajna. Every Sunday morning, I was going with my mother for yajna. So there was one acharya, and he, in his class, he mentioned very nicely. We can also visualize brain if you see, if you visualize brain, there it looks like waves, and mind is like Vishnu. He is sleeping, lying down there, and our intelligence, our buddhi, is serving Vishnu's feet. Means our intelligence is serving to that mind. Uh, Means it's Lakshmi Mata is serving Vishnu. So such a beautiful means it's like we are connecting to Vishnu. Our mind, our intelligence, our mind is connecting to Vishnu. So we can always think. So he said like that is the portion of our body. So I like that. So just wanted to share that. So what happened? The Padmasana is good, yoga is good for our external body. It is beneficial for our body, for good health. But if we are doing this yoga, meditation, connecting to Lord, like thinking about Lord. Yesterday we remember like Braja Vihari Prabhuji, he came, wonderful class. He said while chanting also, if we are connecting, otherwise what happens when we are chanting, to-do list come to our mind, and then we are just thinking, so many thoughts are coming. Instead of that, we can have dialogue with Krishna. If we connect, right, connect to Krishna, then it becomes very pure meditation. Our kirtan, our shavanam will be very pure. So it was very nice yesterday's class. Mind anyways, it's like wandering everywhere. We know that, right? SB Keshav, Swami Maharaj also last Sunday was here in our ICNJ. He was also mentioning there are so many thoughts in our mind. Always our mind is wandering here and there. So we should not control our mind. It should be like that. Our mind should be controlled by Krishna. And how we can make it that we have to connect all our activities, everything to Krishna. Then only Krishna will control our mind. Means we have to surrender. Like Krishna said, यद करोषि यदस्नासि यज्जुहोसि तदासि तत् यद तपस्यासि कौन्तेय तत् कुरुष्व मदर्पणम. He said, just surrender unto me. Manmana bhavamat bhakto. Just surrender unto me, I will take care. But it's not easy. It looks simple to talk also, it is simple. But when the real thing comes, it's very difficult. We don't, sometimes problems is in our life, very difficult to connect Krishna. But we have to make our mind like this. Always think about Krishna while chanting. Just have dialogue with Krishna. Think about Krishna everywhere. Whatever activities we are doing, just for the pleasure of Krishna. Then only our mind will be controlled by Krishna, and then our life will be peaceful and blissful. So, Srila Prabhupada mentioned here about, especially, I was just thinking, Srila Prabhupada in purport, why he is talking about Yogeshwara, right? Like Shivji is Yogeshwar. So, Yogeshwar means he is Ishwar of all yogis, and we know yogi, right? Vishwamitra. He was doing tapasya, and Menaka came and he fell down, and finally they had a daughter, Shakuntala. Same thing happened with Shaubari Rishi also, Shaubari Muni. So he also did what happened. He was meditating underwater so many years, and one day he just saw mating of fishes, and he got that urge to marry, and he ended up marrying 50 daughters of King Manadhata. So, uh, and Shivji is Ishwar of all yogis. But still, if we are not comparing, because Shiv Tattva and Krishna Tattva, they are same. Krishna is milk and Shivji is like material tinge is added to milk, and he is Shivji, right? So he is taking care of this material world. So we are not comparing, but here Yogeshwara and Yogeshwara, we'll think about it. So one Kamdev, one time, uh, Kamdev came. So Shivji was in tapasya, but he, because out of anger, he opened his third eye and he burned Kamdev. Means he got anger, but Krishna in Krishna Lila, right? And Canto 10, it's mentioned like about Ras Lila. Kamadev challenged Krishna also, I will defeat you. But Krishna said, okay. He accepted, and he pervaded himself in 30 crore numbers, right? Because there were 30 crore gopis. But he could not defeat, Kamdev could not defeat Krishna because he is Yogeshwar. And in battlefield also we have seen Sanjay was watching Dhritarashtra's charioteer, right? He was watching with his divine eyes the battlefield, what was going on there. And finally what he says, Sanjaya Uvacha, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Parthu Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shir Vijaya Bhuti, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Means he is the Yogeshwar. Finally he just put stamp, oh, he is the Yogeshwar. And wherever Yogeshwar is there, nobody can beat him, right? So Yogeshwar. So Raslila we know, Kamdev could not, and finally he gave boon, okay, you will be my son, right? Pradyumna, like Kamadev just appeared in the form of Pradyumna, of Krishna's son. So Yogeshwar and Yogeshwar. So Shivji is Ashutosh. He gives boon, he pleases very easily, and he gives boon also. So one day what happened? Bhasma. He gave boon to Bhasmasur. Okay, you will put hand on anybody's head, they will die. And then Bhasmasur saw Parvati Mata, oh so beautiful. So he wanted to marry her and he wanted to kill Shivji. And he was running behind him. But who saved? Only Krishna saved, right? And he came and he said, okay, Shivji, you go, you do your meditation, I will take care. And he just, there are two different versions. Like he said, he became a dancer and asked him to do the steps, and finally he put his hand on his head and he burned totally that Bhasmasur. And one version was like this, he said, okay, who told you Shivji has that much power? His power is gone already. You try it. You try, does it work or not? And he put his hand on his head and he just burned. So who can protect? He is the origin. He is the Yogeshwar. He can only protect. He can only save us from all these calamities, all these miseries. Because he is the Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the Sarva Karana, he is Yogeshwar. And same thing in pastime of Prahlad Maharaj. Narsingha Bhagwan appeared. Out of anger, there was so much heat. And Shivji, we know, Samudra Manthan time, Shivji just drank that Kalakut vish and he was holding in his neck. That's why he became Nilakantha, right? So it was burning so much, like almost dying. So he just went and say Narsingha Bhagwan, like it's burning so much. So Narsingha Bhagwan, with his nails, he took out his Kalakut vish. And because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he recovered him also. And then Shivji was mentioning, he was glorifying. Yeah, like that what we say every day. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narsingha Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Mrityum Namamyaham. So Mrityum Namamyaham. See, Shivji is taking care in this material world, he is taking care of like destruction, right? But still, who protected him from that poisonous like heat in his throat? Narsingha Bhagwan. Narsingha Bhagwan means Krishna himself. He protected Shivji. So that's why he is glorifying. So Krishna is the Yogeshwar. He is Yogeshwar. And if we go in Chaitanya Leela, right? So what happened? Okay, that was so Yogeshwar and Yogeshwar. So we understood here, right? Yogeshwar, he is Ishwar of all yogis, but Krishna, they say it is like he cannot, no one can surpass the yogic perfection of Krishna. He is the one absolute truth, supreme personality of Godhead. And then Srila Prabhupada is mentioning about the Tarka Mudra. So Tarka Mudra, Shivji is sitting in the posture of Tarka Mudra, like this, means ready, because we know his wife left the body. So if somebody will comes, he is ready to answer. That mudra he is sitting, like argument. It's not argument, but he can answer all the questions. So Tarka Mudra. So how to understand? Tarka means, see, we should not do tarka, we should ask question. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadakshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Means we should ask submissively, like we have seen in Canto 3, right? How Devhuti Mata is submissively sitting in front of her own son, so such a young son, and she is submissively asking question and listening attentively. So we should be like that, not like asking questions and just try to do show up. No. So Tarka, I just want to share Gaur Leela, Keshav Kashmiri. He was scholar. He was lot of knowledge he had, but what he was doing, he was going to different places and trying to defeat other people. And finally, he came to. He was a very good devotee of Lord Goddess Saraswati, and he went to West Bengal, where uh, he wanted to defeat Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he composed one poem, 100 verses, and then when he is done with the composing, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said there was a mistake, a Sanskrit grammatical mistake in verse number 50, and it was verse about Lord Shiva and Parvati. There was some little grammatical Sanskrit grammatical mistake, and I heard in one katha, but now I don't remember that exact verse. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said there is a, and then he was shocked, like how come? He didn't remember also what he like composed so many verses one by one, very like fluently. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that about that mistake, he was like, oh, nobody can defeat, like Saraswati Mata told him, nobody can defeat. Then he, evening, that night, he just, Saraswati Mata appeared in front of him, and he said, you told me nobody can defeat me in this world. Then she said, yeah, I told you nobody can defeat you in this world, but I didn't say you can defeat Supreme Personality of Godhead also. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is nothing but Krishna only. Then he just surrendered. So tarka, we should not do tarka. We should understood we should understand this lesson. Like we should not do tarka with anyone. That I was just talking about all these Padmasana and Virasana. Virasana means very nicely when folding our legs. So just about Virasana means Vajrasana. When we sit on Vajrasana, when we eat food every day, after that we should sit on Vajrasana position, Virasana position, so that our food will digest properly and our health will be good. So we learn lot of things from Shreemad Bhagavatam, and this I was just articulating all this together. So Krishna is Yogeshwar. Why Srila Prabhupada mentioned about Yogeshwar? So Krishna is the Sarva Karana. But now they are talking about yoga, Ashtanga yoga, Yama, Niyama, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Dharana, then Asana, and Samadhi, last Samadhi. So, is it, means, can we do in this Kali Yuga? It's very difficult. Sitting straight is difficult for us. Lot of people cannot sit down also. They are sitting on chair. So it's very difficult in Kali Yuga, right? So I was just thinking, Srila Prabhupada gave such a wonderful moment, right? Shravanam and Kirtanam. We can chant anywhere. And yesterday, Brajapri Prabhuji also mentioned that Kirtanam, we can have dialogue with Krishna and connect. ourselves with Krishna. And so I just want to share my personal experience. 5 years back, we were doing one Dr. Ornish program, like 6 weeks program twice a week. So my Prabhuji was going, so they said like spouse can also come because there was diet program also. So I also joined. So I was going, and there was one meditation session, no, 1 hour. So there we were doing a nice music, very soothing music was there, and we had to relax and do meditation, just lying down. And that time I was just, because I was in ISKCON, right? So before ISKCON also I was doing yoga, but that time I didn't know all these, like our scripture, what our Goswamis gave, what our acharyas, our seniors are every day they are pouring that knowledge to our brain, right? So mm, that time I was not that much thinking about yoga, means what does it mean and all that. But when I was doing meditation in Ornish program, that time I was just thinking about Lord, like I was thinking about Radha Shyam Sundar, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya and Gaur Nitai, and whatever I was hearing, I was just meditating on that. And then one day that teacher who was taking that session, she asked me, I see you are doing something different, because she felt that difference among all. And then she asked me, anything special you are doing? And then because as an Indian, they know, we know all this yoga and all that. And then I told her, yeah, we follow these things, like I was talking about ISKCON, and I'm meditating on that Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and meditating on my deities in our temple, like Radha Shyam Sundar, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra and Gaurnita. And like it is, she could find the difference. Means that that meditation I used to do before and after coming to ISKCON, like joining, connecting to Lordship, connecting to Krishna. So we should have that habit always, whatever action we are doing, whatever activities we are doing, we should relate to Krishna, everything, wherever we go. Sometimes I drive to 78 to 87, and then beautiful farms are there. I see so nice, like corn farms. It looks like Krishna or Lakshmi Mata. Dharti is nothing but Lakshmi Mata. She is wearing green Banarasi sari. So always we can relate, everything we can relate with Krishna. And COVID time also, when we were walking, that time nobody was coming out, right? Very few people were on the road, and beautiful flowers, such a nice fragrance. And then I was walking, and it was like Jhulan time. I was feeling like, oh, Radha and Krishna, they are on Jhulan and we are swinging them like that. So everything, all the things, wherever we go we see beauty, beautiful nature, nice prasadam, everything. We can relate from where we are getting. Everything is coming from Krishna only. So we can relate everything with uh, Krishna only. So that should be um, our thoughts. Our goal should be like that. Always connect with the Krishna. Then our life will be peaceful and blissful. So we got Srila Prabhupada gives such a wonderful parampara, right? It is simple. It looks simple, but it's not simple. It's not easy. It's not easy to do, follow. Like Mangalarti, if we want also, but in not working, right? We cannot go every day like Jai Prakash Prabhuji. He goes every day. So it is simple. He gave 4 regulatory principles, following at 16 rounds, right? People are like struggling for like finishing 16 rounds, but it should be like that 24/7. We should think about Krishna. 16 rounds, okay, we are doing on our mala, that's okay, but we should think like Krishna all the time, while cooking, while taking shower, walking, even dancing, everywhere in our workplace also we should have that bhav all the time. Then Krishna will be happy. So here all this about posture, Padmasan, Virasan and all that thing. And I was thinking, no need of all these things, yoga and all that. Just surrender to Krishna and chant his name louder and louder and spread this Krishna consciousness everywhere. Make our mind always Krishna conscious and give this Krishna consciousness to everyone. And જ્યારે देखो ત્યારે કહો कृष्ण उपदेश and say louder Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So thank you Madhupati Prabhuji for engaging me in this wonderful service for my purification. When we get this service, we go deeper and deeper in that subject matter and try to listen from different acharyas, try to read more and more. So it's really purifying slowly. So thank you so much for engaging me in this service, and thank you everyone for kindly listening. Hare Krishna. Hare